Good morning, students. Today I will discuss chapter 1 of chemistry of 9th class, that is matter in our surroundings. The few part of the chapter you have discussed earlier, that is, firstly we will discuss that what is matter. Now the definition of matter. Matter is anything that has mass mass and occupy space. Anything which has mass and occupies space, that is called matter. For example, if we will take a book, a table, a chair, then all these things are matter. For example, book, table, chair, pen, all are the examples of matter. Now, how matter is made up of? The next question is how matter is made up of. The answer is that matter is made up of tiny particles. Matter is made up of tiny particles. Now these tiny particles possess some characteristics. You have discussed the characteristics of tiny particles, that they are continuously moving. They have space between them, and attract they attract each other. The third characteristic of the particles of matter is they attract each other. Now the particles, they are continuously moving, they have space between them, they attract each other. We will explain it in the complete way. First, that they are continuously moving. I will explain this in the way that the particles which are in motion, they are having kinetic energy with them. Due to the kinetic energy of the particles, they are continuously moving. Suppose if we will take a glass of water and we will add a spoon of sugar inside it, then automatically sugar particles get dissolved in it. How sugar particles get dissolved in it? Because the particles of sugar are continuously moving in the particles of water. As the particles of sugar are continuously moving, they get dissolved in the particles of water. So the particles are continuously moving. The another factor is that if we increase the temperature, the temperature, the kinetic energy of the particles also get increased and they getting dissolved faster. Then the dissolving takes faster. Now the next property is they have space between them. Suppose we will take a glass of water we are taking here, and we will mark it by a marker here. Here it is the level of water inside it. It is the level of water. If we will add 2 spoons of sugar inside it, 2 spoons of sugar we are adding inside this glass of water, then there is no change in the level of the glass. That means the particles of water have space between them. So the particles of sugar which we are dissolving inside the particles of water, they are getting settled down between them. Suppose these are the particles of sugar. Having space between them. These are the spacing between them. So the particles of sugar are getting inside these spaces, and they fill this space, and there is no level of water, change of level takes place of the water in the glass. Now the third property is they attract each other. How I can explain this property? Suppose we have a water tap. Water is coming from here. If we will break by placing a finger, we will break this stream. After breaking the stream, it again gets joined and becomes a stream again. So it shows that particles of matter, particles of matter attract each other. So these are the properties. First is they are continuously moving, second is the space between them, third is they attract each other. Now the next topic we have different types of different types of matter. We have different types of matter in which one is solid, another one is liquid, and third one is gas. Now the first one, which is solid, the particles of solid combine like this way. They are tightly packed structure, and the particles of liquid, they are lying in this way. They are having space between them, and the particles of gases, they are far off from each other. There is much space between them. Now the first is solid. We have different properties of solid. First property is they are having definite shape. They are having definite shape because as the intermolecular force of attraction is very strong in the solids and interplanar spacing is very less, it is negligible in the solid, so solids have a definite shape. Liquids takes the shape of the container. Liquid takes the shape of the container, and gases have no definite shape. First property is solids have definite shape. Liquids takes the shape of the container in which they are placed, and the third is gases have no definite shape. Second is solids are rigid. They are tightly packed. If we compress them, they don't compress. Solids are rigid. They have distinct boundaries also. Distinct boundaries. Liquids takes the shape of the container in which they are placed. They possess fluidity. Fluidity means they can flow. They takes the shape of the container. If we are placing a liquid in a container, it takes the shape of the container in which shape the container it is. That it takes the shape of the container and it possesses the property of fluidity. Fluidity means flow. The things which can flow, they are called fluids. Next, gases. Gases also show fluidity. Gases also can flow. Now the next property of solids is third property. They have definite volume. Solids have definite volume. Liquids also have definite volume. Gases have no definite volume. Gases have no definite volume. Fourth property of solids. They are having more force of attraction. Solids having more force of attraction. Liquids are having less force of attraction. And gases have no force of attraction. So these are the different properties of solids, liquids and gases. So, examples of solids like table, chair, which are rigid in shape, which have distinct boundaries, they are called solids. Liquids, for example, oil, water, all are liquid. Gases, for example, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, nitrogen, all are the examples of gases. So these are the different properties of solids, liquids and gases. Thank you, students.